Today, we are setting out for the first portion of our 3,000-mile journey across the Pacific Ocean, where we find ourselves in the worst possible scenario and are confronted by pirates 1,000 nautical miles from land.
So this is the wind predictions. It wants us to go up north, north of the rum line, through the ITC, and grab this current, which is not on here, and then follow that all the way down, and then go through again the intertropical conversion zone again, down to French Polynesia. Everyone I've talked to does the opposite. Every time I've done the wind predict way, it's been a disaster in terms of both the wind, which isn't what was predicted, and the time to get there. So my plan is to go down here, pick up this smaller current but more consistent current, and pick up these bigger winds and ride them all the way between 4 and 5 degrees south, and then come here and then drop down.
We have a mess of veggies. 40 days worth of anti-scurvy protection.
Anti-scurvy. I grew up in northern Norway and then eventually moved to Hungary, Budapest for 6 years of med school, which was a lot of fun. And then back in Oslo again, where I've been for the last years, working as a general practitioner. So that's what I've been doing up to recently when Helga wanted me to join this Pacific crossing.
So provisioning, I think it's the worst thing in the world. I hate it, as you can see from my expression. Necessary. Necesito. Okay, my name is Monica. I'm 33 years old and I come from Italy. I'm actually coming from this small town in the province of Como Lake in the north, close to the border with Switzerland. But at the moment I live in Florence, which is the most beautiful city in the world. I'm a project manager for an event company. So what we do in our company, the company I work for, we organize events. Every week we have an event in a different city in Italy. It's also European-wise, so actually we have events all over Europe, but since I'm Italian, they relocate me in Italy because of a language situation. So I'm very happy at the moment.
We were ready to check out of the country at 10 a.m., but the immigration officers were of course late. So Monica was teaching me how to be more rude.
We'll be there at 10 with the survey. She'll be like, no, you won't. You'll be late. Would that be better?
Yeah, it's like, okay. Like, okay, we know we're not going to be there at 10 because you always do that.
Okay, so next time I'll be more rude.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
Got it.
Written it down.
Be more rude.
Hello! Ah, I was too nice.
Too nice.
Rude.
Finally! Finally!
Bitches are
Something. Hitler.
So these are the inspectors, by the way. And hopefully they will give us a survey. And hopefully no fines. Monica is kissing some asses over here. Taking a photo of the police officers on the cat. So Monica is helping the inspectors look around.
And then, of course, Monica was the one playing nice to get us that approval.
last people leaving the boat, and we're on our way.
After a lot of ass kissing by Monica, the boat was finally cleared out and we could start making our way across the Pacific.
Hi, I'm Brian Moore. I am a father of 5. We live in Bethesda, Maryland. I've been retired from the U.S. Coast Guard since 2017. Since then, I've been working as a consultant, doing logistics for the Defense Department, and then also working as a mechanic and salesperson at a bike shop in Bethesda. It's kind of a fun job.
Molly, what's happening?
We're about to leave Marquesas. Last piece of land for 30 days. Anchor is up. We're ready to go. Let's get this party started. So I have been on a sailboat before. I was sailing a week in the Adriatic with my ex-boyfriend's family, And then me and Helga sort of rented or borrowed or had the responsibility for a sailboat in Norway the previous summer, small one, 27 feet. So that's pretty much the experience that I have.
We're out traveling. We have a bunch of food and stuff with us. Hatches everywhere filled with stuff. We made this little map here, which are all the hatches in the floor, and we have written what's inside them. So I know that under my feet right now you find eggs, peanut butter, rice paper, and some other stuff. This is good.
Day one sailing, no one died. No fish were killed in the making of this day yet.
Great news.
Here's you guys, you're doing great.
Cheers.
Day 3. Day 2 was a little rough. I was feeling a little seasick, and Monica was definitely seasick as she threw dinner up afterwards on her shift. So day 3 is typically the last day of seasickness when your body starts to adjust to the motion. What happened here on the boat, so hopefully we'll both be feeling a little better today.
Cap, what's happening?
Well, we're 300 miles from the Galapagos, 1,300 miles from Panama, 2,700 miles from the other nearest point of land, and there's a fishing boat about 2 miles in front of us. Assuming it's a fishing boat would amount to anything more nefarious than that. But it's weird, out in the middle of the ocean, out in the middle of the Pacific.
So,
And why are you holding a knife?
just in case,
It looks like
you
a
know,
fishing boat.
we brought our weapons. And so what is happening here now is that a boat is very close, is not on the AIS, so we're just making a little emergency plan. What happens if they board us? So we
See
brought
those straight.
all-
Well, right towards us. So we're gonna start the engines.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're coming right toward us.
But why? Are they stupid?
Let's go.
They're literally coming towards us. Crazy.
There's no reason for them to turn and come towards
Yeah.
us in the middle of the ocean
Yeah.
unless there's bad intent,
Yeah, right?
trouble or something.
What should we do?
But big boats.
Yeah.
Small boats with them. Holy shit. We got 3 small boats with them. Well, that's bad. That means they can potentially board us.
Yeah.
The other spears are there too.
Okay, that's crazy. They have small boats, and they kept thinking that they're gonna board us. There are actually 5 boats, 5 small boats. Should we just go starboard, like full?
We'll try.
6 boats actually, not 5.
There's a lot of guys on board.
Yeah.
They're definitely coming towards us.
Yeah. Should we go starboard?
Just keep maintaining and hopefully I'll just pass us by.
Have a knife ready. Yeah.
Up there with that in your hand. Up so they can see it. Other than the boat sinking, this is absolutely the worst possible situation. Thousands of miles from nowhere. There's no 911. You've got to protect yourself, and you're responsible for the lives of your crew. Difficult situation for a captain. All right, they're turning away. Brian, scared them away.
Yes! Brian! Woo! Man,
Jesus Christ, that was pretty.
nah, they're going away. Brian scared them away.
Day 4 begins with my 6 a.m. shift, so get ready. I make some water today. We're down around 50%. It's a critical resource. We want to make sure we've got enough in case the water maker goes down. We can ration. Feels like we're going pretty fast. Probably 8 knots or so. waves have calmed down a little bit, but we'll see on the shift what things bring. There was some weird, probably 100 boats out with lights last night fishing across a vast line of hundreds of miles. I think they were squid fishing, but not sure. I thought I heard Chinese on the radio. We'll have to confirm that.
When out sailing for so long, it's important to keep the body moving. We do not have a lot of space, so we have to be creative in the way we stay fit.
We decided, because the winds have dried up a little bit, to set the Code Zero, which is a slightly larger foresail for getting a little bit more speed out of the little ones.
Good job, guys.
When you're stuck on a boat with nowhere to escape, it's important to keep morale up. Luckily, we got first row tickets to the Monica show.
Unfortunately, playtime ended very abruptly when we had a serious problem with our sail.
Looks like we're going to remove the Code Zero sail because it didn't furl up properly. So in order to keep it safe from getting torn overnight, the sailing term is douse it, which means takes it off the boat and stick it below. And then we'll try to get it laid out to when there's some calm wind and get it to lay flat. Somehow or another I got tangled in getting furled. It won't untangle on its own. So we'll have to douse it, untangle it, and then redeploy it.
So day 6, just beginning, 9 a.m. my shift. Last night we were taking in the Code Zero and had a little bit of wind gust, and we had a problem where it locked on us where it wasn't supposed to, and we pulled it too tight trying to get it out, and we did some serious damage to the bow sprit. In other words, it's just broken. It's supposed to be attached to those bolts down there, and it's not. So this thing, which is supposed to hold our spinnaker and Code Zero out, is now out of commission. And unfortunately, we were then going 3 to 4 knots most of the night instead of the usual 6 to 7. I think that the scariest thing was when we broke our bow sprit. The older gentleman, Brian, had apparently doesn't hear as well, and he was running the electric winch and forced something too hard without hearing the grinding sound that you hear when a winch is under stress, and actually broke this very important piece of equipment that holds all of our foresails up except for the jib. So that really limited us, and then he broke the jib using the same electric winch. So we kind of almost forbid him from using an electric winch ever again.
So what's the plan?
The plan is to route this particular big line, through the hole there, and then through the other hole, and back up here, or to stop it there. And then we have to get a line underneath, and a line through there, such that we can control both the upward and outward positioning of this heavy bowsprit that is broken in the middle of the Pacific.
We attached it around this bowsprit, around it into those 2 holes that are broken. And we tied it up with a lot of strange knots, and then brought the rope back again out. So if we decide now to release here, we have control over this side, so we'll swing out, hopefully, and we can get it up. Best day ever.
Day 7. Same stuff. Bigger waves, bigger wind.
So we're having a little look at the weather forecast for the coming days, and it looks like we're gonna have quite a lot of wind or ish for a few days. We're about here. We're going westwards, a little bit south. So we're just gonna be on the edge of this red area, which will give us pretty good speeds, even without the code 0.
What does the red area mean?
That means higher wind, basically. So if we get orange-ish, orange-red is like 20 knots true wind.
Is that a lot?
That can be a lot.
It was nice that they knew how to sail. Again, took some of the weight off my shoulders. This big crossing where stuff's gonna go wrong, and having people that have some experience on boats and know a little bit about sailing eases some of my concerns.